Okay, Rabbit Natives, we're going to be talking about 3 different points. First of all, we're going to be looking at where you are on your 12-year cycle. Second, we're going to look at how your sign interacts with the sign of the year. And then finally, we'll be looking at a specific Feng Shui cure you can use to bring in money. Okay, Rabbit Natives. When we look at the 12-year cycle, I like to compare it to a person who is farming. And so there are 4 distinct periods of 3 months each. And in a 12-year cycle, we have 4 distinct periods of 3 years each. You are at the last year of your harvest period. This means that most of the work is done. You're out there still gathering up maybe, what corn didn't get picked up by the farm equipment. So you're out there collecting that. You are also starting to put things to bed for winter time. So that means that you're in the kitchen, maybe putting up the fruits and the vegetables so you can store that for the winter. So this year is an extremely busy, extremely abundant year for you. You have many, many opportunities. You have opportunities for everything that you've been working on. Basically all the things that you have been working on for the past, 9 years now, you now have the biggest and best opportunities coming in. So if you've been maybe writing, it is time to put your book out there. Or if you are starting a business, this is the one where you want to really do a push for your business. I shouldn't say starting a business. Hopefully your business has started already because you're in the 3rd year of your harvest period. And when it comes to relationships, you have many opportunities also, but this is more in that you now know yourself, you know what you're looking for, you've already been dating. So this is to go back on maybe dating sites you've already been on, or you go out into the world to places you already know. And so you are actually looking around and saying, all right, now I'm really ready for a relationship. Next, let's look at how you are interacting with the sign of the year. So the sign of the year is Pig, and that energy is going to permeate all things. So we look at how Rabbit Natives interact with Pig energy. And congratulations, you are doing very harmonious energy. When we look at the lives of Rabbit and Pig, we see a lot of harmony. So you both can live and exist in the barnyards. You don't compete for food. You don't compete for space. You don't fight each other. So there's a lot of harmony and opportunity between the two of you. Now, in addition, Rabbit Natives are extremely intuitive. They're very sensitive to what people are feeling and what they're experiencing in situations, and this is extremely valuable in a Pig year, because in Pig years, people really want to be heard. They want a connection to happen. And here you come along, actually knowing what the other person wants, what they feel, and so you have an opportunity to make a very strong, deep connection with that person very quickly. This can lead to new jobs, it can lead to clients, business opportunities, happy relationships, friendships. So everything is about connection now, and you are very, very well armed in this area. So each year I choose a Feng Shui cure to help the person bring in prosperity energy, and I tailor that Feng Shui cure for each sign. So this year for you, I chose the Lucky Money Frog. And this Lucky Money Frog is an example in Feng Shui of a culturally specific cure. That is that frogs are not universally known for bringing in money, but in Feng Shui they are. This is because of a story that was told from long ago of a nobleman who had a magic frog, and he would get on the back of this frog and be transported instantly anywhere in China he wanted to go. And so he became very well known, very wealthy, very successful. And so in the Lucky Money Frogs that we see today, they usually sit on a pile of coins, and you'll notice if you look carefully carefully, they actually have a coin bridle. And this is so that the nobleman had something to hang on to. Culturally specific cures are just as effective as universal cures, but they do take a little bit to get used to. Because, for example, we in the West, we don't see frogs as necessarily bringing in money. Our story about a frog is that you kissed a frog and then the frog turned into a prince. Which, by the way, the original story was that the frog asked to be kissed, but she didn't want to. So she picked up the frog and she threw it against a wall, and then he turned into a prince. Completely different story. But back to the lucky money frog. Using a culturally specific cure is just as effective as using a universal cure. And so we can place the lucky money frog to bring in prosperity energy. Now, the placement of this cure is pretty precise, so we're going to go over that. Lucky money frogs come in lots of different sizes, but you are looking for one that sits on a pile of coins and has the little coin bridle. He also often will have a coin in his mouth, though that is usually the first thing that gets lost with these lucky money frogs. You want to place him by your front door as though he were the doorman. So lucky money frogs can be placed inside the house or outside. If he's placed inside, he can be placed on a table or on the floor, and he's going to face your door as though he's the one opening the door and welcoming in the money. Now, if he's placed outside, then his back is to the door because he's welcoming the money that's coming in and going to turn and open the door for the money to enter. So this is a very specific placement. You're not going to find such specific placement. Tough word. You're not going to find such specific placement for many cures, but you will for this one. So again, when he is inside the house, he faces the door. When he's outside the house, his back is to the door. The second point I want to make is he sits by your front door. Now it may not be the door that you use. You may use a side door or a door through your garage, but doors that are more private are not there welcoming money. So because the energy is, we want new opportunities to come in. We want new energy to come in, and new energy must come through the front door. If something new came through your side door, your back door, that feels threatening. So the lucky money frog is placed by the front door to welcome money. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I do teach classes on Feng Shui, so check out my website. The link is in the description box below. And I'll see you in the next video.